Hi guys, welcome back. Anyone that's new, welcome. This is just after this little spinning top one I've just done. So I did say someone else asked me a question about my, I don't know if you saw when I done the bit about the pendants, doing the wood, and I made the little soft touch, I think goes on my centre. I did talk about these that I've got on live centres. I removed these heads off of them. Okay, I removed those. They just, you can just, if you put that in a vise, you can just bang these off. Okay, and you're left with a double bearing inside. And then I've put wood, I've got two of them. Okay, so I drilled the wood to the size of the bearing there. Pop that on, put it in there, put my headstock into it, you know, tail stock in there, tighten it up, then just turn them to shape, and they make nice little soft touch. If you want to hold boxes on, put them inside a goblet, steady a goblet, because you know if you put a tennis ball in, it works if the ball fits inside the cup. If the ball is too big for the cup, when you squash it, all it'll do is move your goblet off centre. You'll never get your goblet to turn true because the ball doesn't fit properly, and when you wind it, it's just for steady, that's all. If you over tighten it, you're just going to ruin it. But wood ones are pretty good for it because the wood doesn't mark it, and you can turn it to whatever shape you want. But like I said before, I'm not saying to people to have to go out and buy live centres just to take them apart and put soft touch on. If you're lucky enough to have one of the the Axminster do one and everything, they do a live centre that's threaded on the end and you can screw on. Bloody expensive things they are. One Way do one as well, but they are so expensive. But I did say you can do these ones. So, and the first one I've done, I drilled, and the guy did say to me, he said he hasn't got a drill bit the size, and he can't get one the exact size of his drive centre. So could I show a way that I could do it without drilling? Because I said, well, you don't have to drill it. So I thought, well, yeah, all right then. So, and this goes for a lot of things actually. If you do like these little boxes, like, you know, little tubs like this, you see so many people do them. What do? They drill it with a Fosson a bit. I've got some here. You very rarely see me drill. I always say to you, I'm not a driller, I'm a wood turner, I don't drill. And they go in with a drill bit like that, you know, and drill it and then shape the outside. Well, to me, it's not wood turning, is it? You know, actually, I find it quite funny really, because I've seen people that do that, and there's same people that say using a carbide chisel is cheating. I think, well, that's cheating, but drilling that and then using 80 grit paper on a 240 volt drill to sand it all up, that's not cheating. I think they're a bit confused somewhere. Right, anyway, enough of that. We're not here to say about people and pick fault. Right, okay, we're going to make one of these. But yeah, and it comes in handy for doing that. If you want to do a vase, okay, and these boxes here, right? If you want to do boxes like this, because again, a lot of people will drill that out, okay, rather than hollow it. I'm going to show you the easiest way for doing any of this hollowing, okay? The easiest way. What you will want a drill as your depth guide and as a starting point, and basically one of these drills. They're not expensive, because those shark tooth bits, in all honesty, if you're going to get them, you need to get decent ones. And they're not cheap. I mean, I've paid up to 50 quid for some of those bits, because I've used them for other in carpentry, not for wood turning. And yeah, you know, they're a lot of money. They're very expensive, so not everyone's got that sort of money. But you can all get one of these. Okay, doesn't have to be top quality. And I don't go for a wood one. Go for high speed steel one. Okay, one for metal. Lasts for ages on wood. So just one of these. All you need to do is make sure you do your little center, little hole to get your center started, so it don't drift. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to make one of these. These just fit straight over your live center, and that's it. You can put that up onto anything, make as many of them as you want, put all different shapes on them. I'm going to show you how to do them, because don't just put them in your chuck, drill it and think you're going to put it on there and it's going to run true. It won't. Okay, and we're going to see that. I'll show you. Right, so what I've done, I've already got some bits of beech here that I've rounded just to save time. I'm going to pop that into my chuck here. Now I'm going to bring this up to just make sure. See, look, as soon as I put that in there, that's not actually centre, even though it's held properly in there. So get it centred first. So make sure your piece of wood is centered, okay, before you tighten your chuck. Remember, tight and a quarter. That's all you need. You don't need to spin it round. That one will not do it any tighter than that one does it. Okay, and it won't centralise it, only if you use 2 at a time. Don't, but that's another old wives' tale, that is. It doesn't work. Right, take that out, put our chuck in. And we'll put our drill bit in. Right, I've got some marks on here. Basically, just take the measure of the head of your live centre is, and you want this hole to be just a little bit deeper, okay, but not too deep because you don't want it to come up and hit on the quill of your tailstock, okay. And yes, I did get those names right. Ooh, for once. Yeah. I do know them.
And that was right. Drive centre.
No, this is a live centre.
That's a live
drive
centre.
Centre goes in that end, live centre goes in this end.
Ah,
okay.
Yeah, I'm learning then.
Right, so we're going to drill our hole just down to that. So I'm going to slow my lathe down a little bit, bring that up to there. I've already got a little dibble there to get centre going. Okay, start that up. Right, I'm just going to start drilling. You'll probably get a little bit of squeal, it just happens. Yeah, there it is. As long as it's not all smoking. There we go. As long as you ain't got a little smoke coming out of it, then it's not burning. It's just it squeals. It's just where the wood builds up on here. It's not hot. I can hold my hand on that. It's not hot. Right, that's the drilling done. So that's that bit done. Okay, so we've got our little 12mm hole. And now we're going to drill it down to what size we want. With no drill bits. No shark bits. And if you're going to drill end grain, you want shark tooth bits or sawtooth bits. You don't or they do the ripple bit or whatever, wave bits and all that sort of stuff. Very expensive stuff. To me personally, you don't ever need to drill. You've got the most perfect drill if you've bought your standard chisel set. Okay. Right, so we're going to move our tailstock down there a little bit. Right, now I've set these up. I'm going to just show you. Okay, so that's it's slightly tight. You want it to go tight, and then you can loosen it. Once you take too much out, you can't put it back in. You can always take that fraction off. Right, so then I've transferred that over to my calipers here, so I can put a mark on the bottom. Okay, so that's the first bit I'm going to do. So I'm just going to start that, and I'm just going to find where the two match up, okay, which is just there, okay. And I'm going to go near to that. I'm not going to go right on it, okay. So everything's running nice. I'm going to turn the speed up now. You turn at what speed you feel comfortable at, okay. Right, now to do this, we want our square chisel out of our standard type 3 set, okay? Yep. And all you do is start over here, small nibbles, get a bit going, get it opened up a little bit. A little bit high. There we are. Right, now, if you can see this, I'm going to take my mask off for a second. I don't like doing it, but I'm going to take it off for a second so I can talk to you. Right, now, if you can see this here, as I'm coming it in, right, the chisel, now watch what happens. Can you see it moving that way? It's getting pushed over, okay? Right, the reason that's happening is because the bar is contacting the wood inside because we've got too much depth. Right, so, easy way around that. Bring your tool rest up. Right, now we're right up here, we're above centre, right up above centre. Now watch. Now I can go in and it doesn't push over. It won't push over now, see? Okay, just angle your tool down when you come for the centre. Now, I mean, you can do this really quick. I'm just doing it slow because I'm demonstrating to you. This is the quickest way to actually hollow this out. Okay, and if you was doing a vase, I'm not sure whether I'm down to the bottom yet. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just at the bottom now. So, there you go. And to get it nice and get the edges nice and square, oh, I'm hitting my elbow on my tool rest, sorry. Tool rest, my thingy bit that has the pointy bit put in it. That towel stop, very good, there you go, shows you're listening. Right, so, if you want to get it nice and straight down the edge, this is where your wood turning skills come in. It's part of your skill to be able to get that all the same size down the inside. Get your cutter there and just use it as a guide. Okay, and as you can see, we're not doing none, don't do this, okay? I don't want none of this white knuckles. Very light, gentle. I'm really lightly holding on to the handle. I'm lightly holding on to here, and I'm going down, and I can feel. Now, if I go down, and I'm really gentle, I can feel whether if that's going to move over a little bit, okay? And don't worry about this side. This side, if this side touches here, look, nothing happens, okay? Nothing will happen because it's got no cutting edge. It's bevel going up and it's got no cutting edge. So it's not going to twist, it's not going to get in there and wrap around you and do, old wives' tales, that, don't believe none of it. It won't happen. Right, now, what we're going to do is we're going to stop that. I'm going to quickly clean it out. Right, I'm down to that, near enough to that bottom. I think I've got a little bit to go in that hole, but what we're going to do is we're going to, before we do, we're going to test. Right, I'm too big at the moment, and I want this to be just a don't want it tight. You don't have to fight it when you're getting it off afterwards, but a little bit looser than that, okay? And like I say, keep the tool rest up so we're above centre, way above centre. Now with this, just come in a little bit at a time, okay? Just do the edge. Don't take a pass right down. Just do the edge until, right, there you go. That's going to go in now. So I know I'm there, right? I've got the perfect fit. That's absolutely perfect there. So now I can push down from there. I've already got my mark, so I can go down. Got a little bit in the middle to go, but we'll adjust our depth when we get down there by stopping and trying. So I've got my bit there. Right, I think I've got to go a little bit deeper. Yeah, there's still more hole to go, see? There you go. Clean that bottom up. Okay, so we've got the bottom nice and clean, we've got the side nice and clean. Everything's cleaned out. We'll just check it, see if it goes right in. Yeah, I'm right down to the bottom there. Now, what happens there is, if I've got a, right, this piece of wood here, now, there's this mark. This is the basically the 12mm, this circle, right? I'm going to do this. So what happens when we're coming in here, we're okay to get started, but as we start to go in, the bar's too thick. So if I've got this down, if I've got us down here on centre, what happens as I'm coming in, the bar underneath is touching the bottom, so I can't get a cut. As soon as I start, as soon as the bar comes in, it pushes me over all the time like that. And that's what happens when you're trying to do on a small hole. It don't happen if it's a big bowl or if it's a bigger hollow form, it won't happen. You've got sort of a 3-inch hole, it won't happen. But on here it does. So what you've got to do is you've got to raise your tool rest up. So now, look where we are. We can come right up, we can be right up high like this. It won't matter. Centre can be wherever you want it to be because we're cutting up here, right? So now the bar's got tons of clearance down there and we can go down and get a nice straight pass. But when you do that, when you come up this high, right, what's happening is you can't get to that hole where the middle is. You can't get back to the middle because look, you're actually too high, you're above it, so you can't get back into that hole. You'll actually be cutting up here. So the cut will be above the hole. So what you have to do is tip your chisel right down and then you can go back in. Get it right in. Once you've cleared all the wood away, you're fine. And that's how you can use this to do all these hollows. So let's now check and see whether this actually fits right in. I hope that made sense. It makes sense to me. Right, all of that, it actually pushes back out. I've got such a perfect fit there, look. Okay, and that's just up to that end. So that's just going on to that centre hole that's down at the bottom. And there you go, that's got a slight suction fit to that. I'll push it in and it just pops it back out a little bit because of the air. So that's perfect, okay? And we've got perfect there. Right, so now what we're going to do, we're done with that. It's a square chisel. So now you want to bring your towel stop up. Look at that. Perfect. Slot it straight on. Okay, so bring that up and just tighten into it like that. Just force it in a little bit. That has now put your nice little mark right in the bottom of it where this will always locate. Okay, that's always going to locate there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen my chuck like so. I'm going to pull this back and I'm just going to hold right on the edge there. Okay, if I hold that on that edge, I tighten that up, push that in, so it's just pushing it in a fraction. That's enough. I just want it tight. Okay, now we square it up. So when you're gonna square it up, don't think you can put it in the, don't think you can turn it round, put it in the chuck and square it all up, because it won't. When you put it back into the center and come down, it will be off. Okay. Right. So if we come back to there, now we can just clean it up a little bit. And to do that, I'm just going to use the round chisel. Okay. Take a little chamfer, so it's nice and smooth on the end there. Right, that is smooth, but like I said before, get a nice shear cut finish on it. So we're going to drop our tool rest down. We want our tool rest lower. Okay. Coming round?
Yeah, so I'll just spin the side. Put it on the other side, yeah.
Hang on, I've got to just loosen a couple of bits here on this arm and bring you round there, like so. Right, now, you want to be just about here, see? So. Right, now, tool rest needs actually to be even lower than that a little bit. And yes, this is with carbide. Right, so bring our chisel in. Right, so we're right down here, okay? So do not come in with this flat like that because you will get a catch, okay? We are below centre. But what it means is we can drop our handle down. We can come in here, we're on the bevel, on the side of the cutter. And there, we can get a finish like that. Let's just have a look at that finish on that. There you go. Okay. This hasn't been touched, and this is all the finish. And that, as you can see, if you can zoom right out there, this is the angle of my chisel. Okay. I'm down here. My handle is down. Okay. My tool rest is way below center. My actual cutter would be at the bottom of my point there, right underneath, okay? And it could even go slightly lower than that. But what I am doing is, because I've got my chisel right down, I'm actually cutting on, actually slightly above center there. So I could actually be a little bit lower than that. So there you go. Now my tool rest is actually going underneath my workpiece, okay? My chisel's right down here, this low. You would not want to be cutting at that. Wouldn't do any harm if you've got your tool rest that close. But now I can come in here, okay? And this is a carbide chisel I'm doing this with. And I'm down here, and you can come along. You get, it's hard to explain. You've got there, you can probably see it better from that side. You use the bar and the cutter, you get in there, okay, and we're actually there on a cut. So, and then we can just come along like that, okay? So I'll just show you again. So we come in, there it is, no cutting, roll it slightly. There we are, we're just picking up the shaving. Stop there, because that's the end of my tool rest, okay? And there you go. And that's how we get a shear cut, not a shear scrape, okay? We are not shear scraping. Now the difference being, that will be on center, right? That's on center. Now a lot of people think if they go like this and come along, that's a shear cut. It's not. It's a shear scrape. That is scraping. That is shear scraping. Okay? Shear cutting is right down here. Cutting is here on your bevel with it right round like that, and that will give you a cut. So that cuts, okay? That scrapes, that shear scrapes. This gives you a cut, okay? And down here will give you a shear cut. And that's your difference. And that's the difference. A shear cut will give you that finish. There's no need to sand that. Doesn't need any sanding. Doesn't need anything. Okay. Right, now I'm going to take that out. Now, because we've got this, listen, Chuck. Because we've got this end bit here. See, this is all running nice and true now. This is lovely. But we've got our end here. We don't want to just leave it like... Now, you can do, and you can push that up onto something. But really, you want to put a little bit of shape on it. Turn that off. So if you're going to put a bit of shape on that, you can go back round that side now if you want.
You have to twist it around again now.
Yep, sorry guys, I'm just going to twist you around again. Bring you around here. That's it. Lisa's going to keep you there. You okay there?
Yeah.
So it's an arm I made up myself. I welded it all up and it moves in all different ways and
positions.
Yeah, positions. It's like the Kama Sutra of cameras. You can go in all weird and wonderful positions. Right, okay. So if you're going to do that end, then ideally what you want to do, I mean, I've got one of these, you all know I use these. You want to get one of these, you're going to get your centre on, okay? and get it back on centre. Like so. I mean, you don't have to do it in that chuck. You can actually do it between two centres in the first place if you want. I've done it in the chuck because I had the chuck on there, okay? And that's why. But if you do it between the centres, now you can finish it. So when you actually do it, don't put this in a chuck and think you can shape the end and then put it on there and it will run true. It won't be true, okay? If you're going to do it, you need it on here, okay? And then we can come in and we can just finish our bit up like that, and then if you want to, you can just shape it down a little bit, like so. Now, if you want to take that down, if you want to bring it back here and make it smaller, you can. I leave mine big like this. The reason being, that's all running through and that goes in a box. Now, if I'm doing like a little box or say a goblet, and I'm going to use this as my soft, then what I will do is I will just come in. I will find out the diameter, and then I tend to like to come in like this and put a little foot there, so that would actually sit on the rim of the goblet. And then what you can do is you can shape this so this actually will go, just take a couple of minutes to get it right. So if you do that and you've got a goblet, I haven't got one, otherwise I would show you, but if you do that, then when you pop that off, what you find is this will sit inside your goblet and your goblet rim will sit around that. Then you're not forcing it apart at all by putting anything in there. You haven't got to put too much pressure, and your pressure's all around the rim. And if you want to come back up and do a little bit of shaping on the outside of your goblet, you can, because you can go straight onto this because this is wood, and it doesn't matter if you take this down. Then when you've finished and you've got a different size goblet to do or something, or you don't want that end bit, put it there. Okay, just put a little bit of pressure, and now you can come in with your parting tool, take that off, and you start again. And you can do that all the time until you get down to about here, and then you just take it off right away, or just make it so that it fits certain sizes. Keep a load of them. So I tend to have about 5 or 6 of these. Somewhere they're just bits of wood. It's just offcuts of wood, so you can make them up easy. And there you go, guys. Automatic soft touch. Right, thank you for joining me. Hope that's been of help or of interest. And I will see you on the next one. Toodle pip. Hopefully turn something a bit better. I did actually do a bit on my, I did a little bit. I was saving it. I've still got to hollow this, but I've done a little bit on the underneath. I've actually changed it. I took the foot off and I put a recess in there, and I rolled a couple of beads on the bottom as well. So that's now finished, because I had to put some glue and sawdust in where the bark is, because it was lifting. So I just got to hollow that, so I'll do that on the video as well. I'll hollow it. I've got a new chisel, hopefully coming Monday, so I'll show you that one as well. Toodle pip, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.
Bye, guys.